Yo, what is going on, and welcome to another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, The Beautiful Game of Life, part of the Believe Network. I'm Ramsey Abushala, editor of UrbanPitch.com. Julio Monteros and Bridget Flores here, joined with me, co-executive of Vibes. What's going on?
By the time this airs, he's going to be 5 days away from being officially locked in. Yeah. Locked in. Wrong hand. I don't even know it.
Start the baby counter.
Baby calendar starts in 5 days.
After the 12th, no, 13th. 13th. After that day, pull out is gone. No more. Excommunicado.
All right, John Wick.
That's gonna be you.
Yeah.
Exciting times, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
unhinged episson. I can tell.
December's going up.
I mean, you guys had fun without me beforehand. I'm feeling a little bit left out,
because you came late. Can we talk about it?
Man, it happens.
Yeah, it's gonna happen way more often.
You can't leave Julio and me alone.
This is
pre-podcast.
This is true. Yeah, and I mean. It was a busy day today.
Honestly, for all of us.
It was. Man.
We're recording on a Friday because we typically record either Wednesdays or Thursdays. But today
we did it for y'all.
We did this for you guys because it's a Friday. And it was a Friday of the World Cup draw. This was kind of a super big. Like, I feel like there's a lot of hype around the draw because obviously, there's a randomness to it. FIFA in the last few years or few installments, they make kind of a bigger deal about it. But I feel like there was a big deal made out of this, the draw going into it. They were trying to hype it up a lot. I don't know if that was manufactured on FIFA's part or if people were actually super excited about this. Did you feel the hype around this event or this day going into it?
I didn't even know it was today. I'm upset because when I turn my TV on, Lauryn Hill, boy, you better watch. I'm like, ooh, okay. I wish I would have known.
Well, okay. I want to talk about that because we can get into the groups. So, we're going to talk all about the World Cup draw, the groups, the picks, groups of death. But before that, let's talk about the ceremony itself because I have some thoughts.
It was rigged.
You guys
First of all,
Mexico gets Mexico.
No, first of all. I will say I did know that it was today. I know that it was very hyped up. I saw a lot of that. It came my way. What pissed me off was the fact that I couldn't find access to watching it the live coverage, and that's what was so frustrating because it's like I have ESPN Plus.
It was on Fox. It was on Channel 11.
I have I don't know what I have at this point.
Yeah.
To watch every game that I can, and I still couldn't get access to it, and it was so frustrating because I'm like, why is this not free? This is the World Cup we're talking about.
It was free if you have.
Well, why isn't it so easy?
So that's another question in itself because. And I agree with you. There's so many streaming options. It's hard to even something
Peacock,
like
NBC.
I didn't have storage.
For this?
You have to.
Yeah.
No,
It was
Fox.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Exactly. We're all here wait, was this?
Shout out to the black box, yo.
So this is something that's been going on, right?
Yeah.
Where, even with Apple TV and MLS, and I want to watch the Premier League, but it's on NBC, but not Peacock, or it's on Peacock, but not
Amazon
NBC.
Prime has a few games.
Or even NBA is not on ESPN or as accessible
It's not
anymore.
on TNT, right? Yeah. So the whole streaming wars is a thing in itself, and it was announced, I think today or yesterday, that Warner Brothers was bought by Netflix.
That was a whole other thing today.
And so
Animaniacs?
Yeah, so that the theater going experience as we know it might be changing in the next few years. The sports watching experience is Netflix is getting live sports.
I don't think Warner Brothers has any good movies out.
No, Warner Brothers has been absolutely killing.
I'm saying my favorite movie releasers is was that smaller one, A24?
A24 has been doing a lot of good stuff.
Freaking amazing.
But in terms of big studios, Warner Brothers, I think One Battle After Another was them, Sinners was them. They had a lot.
My bad. WB.
What is this gonna what is that gonna
Here goes
look
the
like?
WB.
That's a whole nother.
Yeah. So,
but to go back to the World Cup, I was okay. Maybe it was free. I guess I missed that part. But I literally would click one link after another. It was like, do this, and then you got to do this, and you got to download this, and then like you have to sign up. And I was just like, by the time I do this, it's gonna be done. Like there's no
Bridget was
point.
like on her VIX app, like
looking for it in español.
Right. I mean, honestly, and the fact that they're cracking down on like the Stream East and like all these kind of like sketchy third-party sites that are
24 Live was not even working no more.
Right. And so now you can't even like pirate it anymore. Allegedly. So I mean, not that we were doing that in the first place.
Not at all.
Right. We're law-abiding
the black
citizens.
box.
Yeah.
But I saw the overview. I saw the summary. So
I watched. But
I didn't watch the ceremony.
So I had it on in the background today. No. And I wrote some notes down. And
my bad.
I wanted to share them with you guys.
It's crazy.
I have my FIFA World Cup.
Take yours out.
Take yours out.
And what was crazy was
you show yours.
What was crazy?
We don't have one.
What was crazy was I was watching the.
We're not
ceremony
studious
and Real Ferdinand, who was part of the ceremony.
All right, before we get into it, Ferdinand. Ferdinand and the host that was like around the people, they were going at it. I thought they were gonna fight. Is that on your notes? All right, cool.
Yeah, you're reading his.
I was Julio. We're gonna get into all of this. I wanted to share my stuff.
Share your notebook. Share your notebook.
And I was just getting come on, man. I want to share my stuff too.
Go.
And so here are my notes.
Wait, did you get that from FIFA?
I got this from FIFA. We went to some World Cup event earlier in the summer, and then they gave us a little.
First of all, they told you about it. You couldn't make it. We couldn't make it either.
Who's we?
Yeah, I invited both of you guys.
Yeah, we couldn't make it. You important, bro.
Yeah.
Your time is limited.
Yeah, you got
all
stuff.
Right,
okay, so it started off. Gianni Infantino did this speech at the beginning, and bro, it was very. And I have the thought the overall consensus from this. My takeaway from it was this was completely unnecessary. It was drawn out. It was 2 hours long, maybe even longer.
Like a power move.
I had the same thoughts about. I watched the Ballon d'Or ceremony earlier this year, and I had the same exact thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we doing this? It is extremely long. There's a million. They're putting millions of dollars. Kevin Hart was there with Heidi Klum. They're the hosts. Kevin Hart's not getting out of bed for less than seven figures,
especially for soccer. Does he even watch soccer?
And okay, so that's the thing. No. Let me
go for it.
So Kevin Hart had this speech about how he fell in love with the game at the '94 World Cup and how that made him a fan. Bro, I don't think I've seen Kevin Hart talk about soccer once. I don't think he can name 5 Premier League teams.
During his speech, he did say to you people, I'm just an American funny guy.
Yeah.
What else are you?
We don't know you like that.
It reeked of phoniness. And then later on in the show, Robbie Williams and Nicole Scherzinger, crazy combination.
That's Robbie.
They did this performance. I don't know if it's an official song, and it was the most bland I would never listen to it in a million. It was stuff you hear in the dentist waiting room, which. Actually, I was just at the dentist this week. My dentist, fire playlist. This is the stuff that anyways.
Don't diss them.
It was terrible.
The playlist gotten better.
Yeah, or we just got older. It was terrible, generic music, music that had. I don't know, you would never. There's never an instance where you would fire this up. Kevin Hart was this is gonna be the song of the summer. Oh, you better download this right now. You're gonna be hearing this song. So it was very phony, and it was people kind of patting themselves on the back. Kevin Hart was there. I don't know why. He was dressed in a crew neck sweater, probably some luxury brand, probably way out of my pay scale. But he was next to Heidi Klum, who's fashion model, and was dressed in a gala, black tie dress.
And Brady was there too.
Yeah, and Tom Brady was there. Shaq was there.
Did they rekindle the love?
Wayne. I don't know actually. No. He wasn't with Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum was with Seal. He was with Giselle. Yeah, different model.
Different white girl.
Yeah, different white girl.
They all look the same at this point.
So these ceremonies as a whole, we don't need them. It reminded me of a Bill Burr bit he did. He was talking about the NFL draft and people who go show up to the NFL draft and sit through every pick, and they're he called them a bunch of idiots. You're sitting there for 3 hours when I'm gonna get the whole results and I can read through them in 5 minutes, which is literally exactly what this is. And I was sitting there just being come on, man, what do I really need to hear about what do they have all this like FIFA, how FIFA's changing the world and all that. They gave our president like the most made up award of all time.
Don't even,
like,
let's not even repeat that title because there's no way.
They gave him the FIFA Peace Award, which they made like literally the biggest participation trophy like you could ever ask for. That was kind of weird. It gave like Infantino was there talking, and he did this whole speech at the beginning. He was trying to get the crowd hyped up, and it reminded me of like remember when you were like in elementary school, and like, there's like those assemblies that would come, and it would be like the Dare people, or like people like trying to give some PSA, and they're like, "How's everyone doing today?" And it'd be like a Monday morning, and you'd be sitting there just like, "What are we doing?"
First of all,
and
the Dare people are amazing.
It worked for Julio.
I worked with them a few times. Don't ask me why, but just know I was in there. I was in it.
Hey, I'm still looking for one of them shirts.
You could probably sell one of those Dare shirts for a good amount of money.
Yeah,
like, I feel like that has like nostalgic value.
Him and Tony the Tiger were higher popping.
I used to have all the swag: the pencil, the eraser, the pen, the teddy bear.
Yeah, but that's it was like. It
didn't work for you though.
He was like trying to do this chant with like USA, Canada, and Mexico. And dude, nobody was into it. It was weird. It was really weird. And then Lauryn Hill came on, and I was like, oh. You know what? I'm into
wait,
this.
what?
Well, so I joined in late because the minute I joined the show, I found it on free streaming. It was like, Lauryn Hill. I'm like, ooh, it's been popping since then. It's like,
you're like, I missed out the whole time.
I'm like, damn, I missed out.
That was literally the only.
Was it the Fugees before? What are we doing?
It was the only good part of the entire thing was Lauryn Hill coming on. And
the sound wasn't amazing, but it was still great.
I thought she sounded okay. I thought she sounded like, and the jokes were that the ceremony took so long that Lauryn Hill even was on time. And
let's talk about that. Like
2012,
2011, I paid for a LA show. Probably was like in the Palladium.
She didn't show up.
She didn't show up.
Yeah, that was
like, dude, like it was like $80 down the drain.
Yeah,
and I was hyped.
She was notorious for
That's
not deciding not to show up at the last minute.
And they said you're gonna get a refund. I still haven't got my refund back. Lauryn
She
Hill.
waited that long and she still had to
straight
show
up. I don't care though, because she made it up. She could keep that money because she made it up.
You just lost one. You know?
Hey, because like, honestly, like I turned my TV on and she was performing. And I was like, you know you, man.
Yeah. I don't know if she played that one. She played. She opened up with the last one, and then they brought out like Bob Marley's nephew or son. I don't know who. It was one of the Marleys. And then she played. Was it? Maybe it was that thing. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was. Yeah, it might have been that thing. It might have been that thing. But
damn, if I messed that one up, great. I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, great. I was like, oh, like Lauryn Hill, and then it just went back to. Like they did a whole like 15-minute thing where it was the U.S., Canada, and Mexico picking their own group. It's like why they already predetermined that this was already known what it was going to be. Why do we have to spend 15 minutes?
Does he have something? Does he know something? I don't know.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, you get the USA, bro.
Like low-key, he was trying to make it funny, which like I kind of appreciate.
No, his funniness is like making up lies at the fly. Like when it comes to truthful stuff, like the truth is not for him. Like
yeah, I guess so.
Like his like COVID doesn't exist. Like that's his funny stuff. That's his funny stuff.
But like it was so drawn out, and people just wanted and we had somebody was there who contributed for Urban Pitch was there, and I was messaging him.
Shout out to him because it wasn't me.
He said it was freezing cold. Number one, it was in DC. It was freezing cold, and it was just very disorganized, and they spent a lot of money on that. At the Kennedy Center, they have all these celebrities there. So I don't know. Maybe we could be putting that money to better use. Wayne Gretzky was announcing he was the Canada delegate announcing the teams. He mispronounced like 6 different. He said North Macedonia.
Hey,
he said Curacao instead of Curacao. He said
He's wilding right now.
Oh my god!
What happened? You said
it's because we were looking at the group staging, and then it was Group A, and it said like the dash of each team, and I'm like MCDN. Who is that? And he's like, it was like MCK or whatever the acronym is. And he was like, MCDN, was like, oh, that's Madagascar. And I was like, I don't think that's Madagascar. And then later,
she was like, oh yeah.
No, I did not say it because I was like, no, because Madagascar is in a K. There's no K in Madagascar. And so then I was like, I don't know what I said. And then like 10 minutes later, he was like, I told you it was Macedonia. And I'm like, you did not say Macedonia. You said Madagascar. And then I was like, actually,
Close
you
enough.
said basically macadamia nut. Like, like
It's still in
nowhere
Africa.
near. Nowhere
Yeah.
near.
So maybe Wayne. Maybe
You
we
a
were a little
snitch.
hard on Wayne Gretzky. Damn,
Maybe.
What'd you say? What did he say? Oh, snitch. Oh, snitch. I
Yeah.
thought
Wait.
I heard
Hey,
something
yo,
else. I heard
Hey,
that'd
something
be
else.
crazy.
Hey, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
They're fighting right now.
Crazy.
Anyways,
Shut this shit down right now.
No, but like if the whole name is there, come on,
Yeah,
you
come
have
on.
to.
and you knew he was gonna be announcing that pot. So it's like you knew, like you could have at least broke
Prepped
it
him,
down a
prepped him,
little
yeah.
bit.
Or
and-
like gone through the names.
Yeah, I think he took a little bit too many hits to the head while he was playing. Wayne Gretzky, actually, funny story with Wayne Gretzky. Well, the biggest, like, I'm him moment that I've ever seen in my entire life was when I played baseball in high school, we played Oaks Christian, like fancy.
His son
private
played there,
school.
Will Smith's son.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
his son played football and baseball there. His son was like, a little overrated. But anyways.
Hype was there,
So
though.
they played at our school, and we had like our field was like up in the PE area, and you had to walk up, like a decent amount, but you could drive. Sometimes if the gates were open, you weren't supposed to. They didn't allow you to drive, but technically, if the gates were open, you could. This guy pulled up like right as the first inning was about to start in a Ford F40, the F1 car, the Ford F1
F-150?
car. No. I think it's the F40 or F50.
Like the biggest one.
The supercar. No. It's like a race
It's like
car.
a
Oh.
Super
loft,
low to the ground.
low, uh-huh.
Yeah. I think it's called the F40. I'm blanking on the name. But anyways, this like big race car like just pulls up. And he's like just I don't know if the doors opened up. They might as well have.
Maybe,
You know.
yeah.
So he steps out and it's just Wayne Gretzky, and he's like just parked like in the middle of the baseball stands. Like no one else has like would ever like think to do that. But and what are you gonna tell Wayne Gretzky? You know what I mean? So that's
Can't park
he
here,
basically
sir.
yeah exactly. So
That's Gretzky, bro.
yeah, he's like the
The
you
Michael
know,
Jordan of hockey.
Exactly, and so maybe you mispronounced a few words. Who cares? Like he's still Wayne Gretzky.
First of
But
all,
it was kind of fun.
His last name's been mispronounced like years.
I'm sure he's got it. But at the same time, as someone whose last name has been mispronounced forever,
Abu
I
Chala.
try to go out of my way to get people's pronunciation.
Or like get someone, either bring him in and prep him, or get someone that's gonna be able to do it on the spot.
Well, that was the whole thing. It did feel a little bit unprepared. You mentioned Rio Ferdinand was kind of going at it with the correspondent in that. I thought they were doing a bit. I don't know if they were serious or not.
But if it didn't feel like a bit at towards the end, because he kept
seemed
pushing
a little bit.
Like
Yeah,
a
'cause
little
he was
Will
like,
Smith moment.
yeah,
A little bit,
Yeah,
which
because-
I also thought was a bit at first too.
Yeah,
like, I didn't think that was
same,
real, so
same.
I could be wrong.
because he was like, I don't think England's gonna make it out this group. I think we're over this. Let's talk about it in the back. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It did seem like he was a little bit sick of the whole, like, it was very.
Because then again,
American.
I get him though, because England doesn't really make it far in the World Cups. So like, this is probably the longest.
Never beat the
England
US. They never beat the US in a
It's
World
probably
Cup
the
to
longest
this
England
day.
has been in the World Cup like race.
It's not coming home this year. They're Group L. They're Group L. Like, it's poetic. Anyways, we can get into I'll close my FIFA official World
The
Cup.
ones we don't have. Yeah.
I'll put that away. But we can talk about the groups. Is there any? First, let's start with the U.S., which I think
We're on to the next round,
rigged.
baby.
Like, if there's any allegations for being rigged, like this is like you got to throw it on there. I mean, the first pot that was picked was Australia. And then Paraguay, both of whom we've played in the last 6 months.
True.
They played in friendlies. And if Turkey, which is one of the playoff teams,
That's a strong team.
Win.
if they get in, we played Turkey in a recent friendly as well. So we would have played Turkey, Australia, and Paraguay within the last 6 months. Insane coincidence. Turkey's a pretty good team.
Romania has some
Romania's got a pretty good team, and then the other two teams, I think, Kosovo
Slovakia.
and Slovakia. So not necessarily world beaters, but at the same time, like I think that this is a pretty friendly draw for the U.S. national team. What do you guys
Get
think?
into the next round, baby.
Okay, yes, or maybe and it'd be crazy if they can't.
If
they
they
can't
get out the
beat
group
this
stage, we'll
group.
it's a big upset because they should get out that group.
they need to get out of the group.
They should.
It's not even a should. If they
So is this a moment for the
If
U.S.
my
to
parlay
step
was
up
to
and
pick-
kind of show themselves?
Yeah, and this has happened before. Like England, I think it was 2010. where they were drawn into the group with the U.S., Algeria, and I think it might have been Ghana.
And that was a 90th minute goal from Donovan?
I don't remember. I don't remember the fourth team, but they were basically celebrating the draw before it even happened. There was like a big headline saying that, we won, basically. We're getting into and they got grouped that year. They didn't make it out of the group stage, famously tying the U.S. that year 0-0. Or was it 1-1? I don't remember. I think it was 1-1. It was 1-1 because Dempsey scored. So we can be favorable for this. We can have optimism for it, which I think it's not a guarantee. Obviously, with the expanded field, you don't have the condensed, there's not, we can talk about groups of death later, but we don't there's not a consensus, this is the group of death, you know what I mean? So this draw, pretty favorable. At the same time, they're still going to have to take care of business.
Is it going to be next round A versus B, C versus D? Or?
I have to look that up. I don't know who we would
move towards.
Yeah, we can. I can look that up now if you guys wanted to continue talking.
Yeah, because if
that would be the round of.
I don't know if it's 16 anymore.
It'll be the round of 32.
Round of 32, yeah, because it's 48 teams total.
Because then, if we play Group C, we get Brazil, Morocco, we did. We're guaranteed 4 games.
Right.
We're going home.
Yeah. That's that. I mean, that one is
damn.
I feel like that is one of the toughest groups. But what about some of the other Bridge? You want to talk about Mexico?
Yeah, I think Mexico in their Group A standing, they have it. The pressure is on. I think South America, Korea, and
South Africa.
Oh, sorry, South Africa, Korea, and
either Denmark, Macedonia.
Yeah. I think even with just South Africa and Korea up there, those are 2 pretty big teams. I think we've seen a lot of strive and commitment from South Africa. We've seen how dominant South Korea has been, or Korea has been in their games, making it all the way into the World Cup draw. So it's not gonna be easy. I'll say that for sure. I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a time where I think it's not necessarily about the groups of death, but more so individually. Every country that has a title and a popular history behind them is gonna have to show up in this specific group staging moment.
I think
both Mexico, USA, all of them.
I don't think this group is a group of death, but I'll say it's the most equally distributed group. I believe each team are at the same level. So it's going to be competitive game after competitive game after competitive game. I think when people say group of death, they try to think 4 powerhouses. And yeah. But I'm like Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and even if Denmark qualifies, I feel it's 4 teams that are at the same level.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I do see Mexico coming out of that group because I feel like Mexico has that Mexican punch, what the boxers have. They go out with a fight, and I think they will win because of that grit. But I feel like South Korea is probably the most technical team in that group. The first game is 2014 all over again. South Africa against Mexico. The same coach from Mexico is coaching the national team again. Shabalala's not playing no more, so you're not Shabalala. You're not gonna have that, but I think. And the first game will be in CDMX.
I know. I'm
gonna speak to say assistants. Somebody's gonna invite us there. We're going
fly us out.
Fly us out. But that game
Urban
alone,
Pitch takes CDMX.
2014 is probably all right. So I started watching the World Cup since '98. I'm aging myself, but the first one I really got into it was 2014, and that Mexico South Africa game was a great game at that point. And I feel that's what I'm saying. That Group A, all teams are even. I don't see it being more than a 1-0, and it can go either way. Yeah. But I do see Mexico and South Korea coming on to the next round. I have South Korea 1, Mexico 2.
But even that playoff, that European Denmark. Playoff, Denmark, even Czech Republic has some good players. Ireland, you can never count them out. And Macedonia, they played their way into the Euros. I think it was the last 2. I think they made the last 2 Euros, if I'm mistaken. They beat Italy in they knocked Italy out of the World Cup playoffs a couple years ago, or in 2022. So That's a scrappy team as well. I think in terms of like even groups, this is probably the most even.
Yeah,
like,
evenly spread out.
That could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
I will also add 2 more things. Mexico is also one of the hosting countries, so I think that's an added pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
And also it's an added benefit because it's also the crowd and the environment hosting at like in Mexican territory. I think the fans are insane. Like I can only imagine like what it's going to look like to be at the home opener, Mexico against South Africa. Like be what the teams are on the field, the environment, the atmosphere, the fan base. I think that adds a lot and makes a big difference to how the teams play too.
All right, so I remember South Africa scoring that amazing goal, game 1 against Mexico. The only thing I have to say about Mexico is like their fans are great fans, or they can turn against you so
They're
easily.
great enemies.
Great, they can make it can be a plus for
that is
Mexico
the truth.
or the worst enemy for Mexico. Like, they have not been happy with the performance of Mexico, and they've booed them.
Yeah,
they've
that
done,
is true.
They've
That
done
is
it
true.
all. So like, Mexican fans are not crazy about Mexico right now, and they're opening up the new city of Mexico against Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal on a friendly. I feel like that would be a great gauge. Like if Portugal beats Mexico, and see how the fans react, because I don't think the Mexican fans are the best fans to cheer on a team that's down to go up. Like you either good or they're booing you out of your own country and stadium.
They're harsh.
And shout out to our guy Juan on Twitter. He said there's the
A good
LAFC, a good one. There's the LAFC fan World Series there with Mexico and South Korea there. So I think that's another. I remember in 2018 when South Korea allowed Mexico to advance into the next round, and they were partying in K-Town. Like, there's a lot of history there with South Korea and Mexico too.
And just the diversity that we see here in LA.
Yeah,
South Korea 1, Mexico 2.
Ooh,
hey,
okay.
Listen.
I mean, forget
I'm not
Denmark.
gonna say yes, but
Oh, you'll take that. We'll take that. You
Well,
know,
South
like,
Korea, it's either South Korea 1 and
let's just
Denmark,
have
Mexico 2.
Yeah, good game. That's
you think
all I
so?
wanna
So
see.
okay. I mean, I think that's one of the most balanced groups out there.
Yeah.
Are there any
Super
other
balanced.
like groups of death, quote unquote? I know I mentioned earlier with. I feel like there's not like the. What was it in last year? It was like Canada, Belgium, Morocco, and was it Senegal? I don't remember the 4th team, but it was that was kind of like the quote unquote group of death, like on paper. But is there any groups that are pretty strong in your opinion?
My group of death for me is Group L: England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. Panama, thank you for joining.
Bro, I mean, ask the U.S., man. Ask the U.S. about
That's
Panama.
true.
Yeah,
Ask the U.S. about
yeah,
Panama.
I know, but I feel like England, Croatia, Ghana. I feel like African teams don't get the respect they deserve. Like, the African teams are so good. They are always like underdog story that comes out because first a lot of the players play in the EPL, play in these top 5 leagues, and then out of nowhere, like you'll see a guy that played for Southampton killing it in his World Cup in the group stage. So that's what I'm saying. Like that England, Croatia, Ghana. Panama, like you said, Panama can be
Panama's got guys in the
yeah,
EPL too.
but like those 3 top teams, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of upsets, and if Panama comes in and like kicks up, like gives a Costa Rica story, like I feel like that group is gonna be the hardest group to get out of.
As the quote unquote rollover team in that group, that's probably the hardest one.
Yeah,
out of
the hardest rollover team ever.
That's you don't want a must-win game to get out of the group against Panama. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's not the team you want to be going up against. Because even if they're out, they're gonna revel
fight.
in taking you out with them. You know?
They come from an undefeated World Cup qualifier. You can say like Central America and like it's not bad. But like it was really competitive. Like playing like Central CONCACAF soccer is waiting for an ankle to be go at. So they're gonna fight. So I think that's my group of death.
What about you, Bruce?
I don't know if I necessarily have a group of death. I think the ones I have my eye on are like Group K, Portugal and Colombia. That stood out to me a lot. I think that's gonna be a good game. I don't know who's gonna advance within that playoff group.
Yeah, I mean, even the playoff group was a little bit. That's not like the strongest playoff. So I think there's rumors that they're rigging it for Ronaldo. I mean, Uzbekistan not exactly a power. Colombia is always tough, especially in big tournaments. But I mean, whoever it is through that.
I feel like Jamaica's they're gonna go on their EPO run and try to recruit like Jamaican descendants from like playing EPO. There's a lot of people playing.
They've been trying to do that for
but like now that they're qualified, like if they qualify, I feel like a lot of people that said no are gonna be like, hey, guaguan, brethren, guaguan, it's Shed Banks.
Yeah, I mean, well, the diaspora for Jamaica is very strong. I mean, they have what's the festival they have in London? The carnival, like Notting Hill. I think Notting Hill Carnival, like that's a huge event in London. You know what I mean? Like that spread of the amount of people that moved and are thriving in big time leagues, and you got guys like Damari Gray and Michael Antonio that are starting to change their allegiances. So that's always been a storyline for Jamaica. I don't know if they can put it together because it's always been kind of piecemeal, and there's that whole thing.
It's a federation more than the team.
The federation has been very suspect.
Real
in
bad.
Terms of paying their players, getting them the necessary equipment, like just like the overall professionalism of the Jamaica Federation has been kind of suspect in recent years. But speaking of diasporas, I mean, I think you look at Haiti's group with Brazil, Morocco, and Scotland. Like that's to me one of the. I mean, when they were doing the polls and Brazil's group got Morocco, it was just like, oh man, like that's automatically
first game too.
Yeah, I mean, like that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
Scotland got in on that bicycle kick. That was crazy.
But Scotland doesn't have a bad team either, though.
This is their first World Cup, and I don't know how many years they haven't been in it in a long time.
A lot of gingers.
That's Ireland, brother. That's Ireland.
They still got a chance to get in the World Cup.
I think they might still have.
They have a chance.
I think they have it though.
But I mean, I don't know. Like
for Haiti to have to compete against those Brazil, Morocco, and
it's
honestly, like even Scotland, like is up there at this point. I think once you're in the group staging, everyone's gonna want to show up and show out.
I see a lot of complaints on Twitter, like why do you add all these weak teams to the World Cup? Like you guys are like, I hate that as a topic because these smaller teams are now like the history they're making, the memories they're making for their country. Even if they get beat 30-0, it don't matter. Like they competed. Like their story's gonna be like, hey, we played against a Neymar, or we played against a big. We played against a Messi. Like so, I enjoy I enjoy these more teams because it's gonna be upsets, and when these upsets come around, the storyline's gonna be great. We're gonna be more invested into this World Cup.
So I want to push back on that a little bit because I do think that when you expand the tournament, naturally it's going to get watered down a little bit. If there's a 30-0 game, or if like not even 30, I mean 30-0 is like that.
It's ridiculous.
But if there's like like a bunch of 5-1 games, 7-0s, sometimes you see it in like the Women's World Cup, like the USA beat Thailand, a few like I think 13-0, something like that. That's something you don't want to see. As great as it is for these nations to be playing on this stage, I think that they're going to rise to the occasion. I hope that there's not going to be a lot of these lopsided matches. And watching the qualifiers, there's still really good football being played by teams like Haiti, teams like Cape Verde.
Haiti's not a pushover team, though.
And same with Cape Verde made the AFCON semifinals last year. So like these are smaller nations, but they are putting together like really competitive teams. So I'm looking at this list. I don't see like a minnow that's going to just be like completely walked over.
And if somebody gets blown out, hopefully it's a 12-0, so El Salvador cannot have the record of We want that record to be over.
We want it 12-0. We want it to be washed.
We want it to be washed. We don't want to be known as we don't want to be known as a team that got spanked the biggest in the World Cup.
That's crazy work. I agree with Ramsey. Like I don't think any of these teams are going to, I mean, I would hope. But I think every team that has made it into the World Cup knows what this means, knows what this platform could provide to them, regardless of like what that looks like. And I think everyone's going to show up and do the ultimate best that they can. And we're going to see great soccer. We're going to see great footy. We're going to see great competition. And yes, like there's more teams and whatever, some people are judging that, but I also think we're going to see an expansion of the love and the fan base for the game. Like I think there's going to be people that have realized like there's an actual tie, and there's something that exists within the game that can mean more than just watching it only when your country plays. And now that your country has played, maybe you look into the players that are playing for your country and where they play, and like that exposes you to another league within the footy world that you didn't know of. And I love that, and I think that exposure is what you get out of by bringing in the amount of teams that we have this year.
Yeah, for example, that Group E: Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, Ecuador. Ivory Coast, I feel like they're gonna have a good World Cup. Germany have a good World Cup, and then Ecuador. This is their golden generation.
Ecuador is a dark horse for sure.
Yeah, dark horse for sure. But they've been constantly putting players out in good leagues, either MLS, Europe, and they've been Brazil, the Premier League, and they all been performing. So especially for like Ecuador is like a little lopsided. Like they have amazing players, and they have like players that are trying to break into these top five. So playing a team against Germany, you're gonna see like, hey, like if the upset comes when Ecuador beats Germany, how many of these players are gonna have a chance at the Bundesliga? Right. So that's what I think about this World Cup. The amount of chances these smaller team players that will not get a chance to be looked for these top five leagues are gonna get playing against teams full of these five top leagues. So it's gonna be great. Like I don't think people are ready to see the storylines that come out of this World Cup, the upsets, the amount of how mad like Mexican reporters are gonna get, German reporters, Spain reporters are gonna get if their teams don't do good against these little teams. So I'm so hyped right now.
Yeah.
It's also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say in general, like it's also the first time that, well, not the first time, but it's the first time after the last World Cup where we finally are back into a World Cup in the summer. And the drawing's happening in winter. And in winter 4 years ago, we were watching the World Cup. Yeah. So I think that also kind of adds a little bit more of excitement to the fact that like we're going to get to enjoy this during the summertime. We're going to be outside, just like footy all the time, every day.
And it's going to be out here. It's going to be
and
a
it's going to be,
bro.
yes.
Like, it took me 2
Paraguay,
hours.
USA.
It took me 2 hours to
be
get
ready for that.
To the podcast. And the traffic on just a random Friday night is terrible.
I take the train here.
I can only imagine. Well, I mean, good for you, bro.
No wonder you're here early.
Well, that means we're going out after this. Anyways, it's gonna be an absolute madhouse. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be mad in like waiting in like crazy lines, in whether it's at the grocery store, in traffic, or like at a restaurant, whatever. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that. This is gonna be, I mean, one of the best moments of our lives.
We were
that's why we have to be at one of the games, please.
Please, hey, sponsors, take us.
Yeah,
but like we were semi pissed for Copa America because the traffic did increase. Yeah, and it's gonna be times 30.
I mean, like Copa
Did
America,
we go to any of the Copa America games? We didn't, huh?
I tried to stay away from. All
yeah, no, there was one for SoFi. I was trying to go like Mexico or against somebody.
Yeah.
And then like I saw like traffic. I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I went to my local bar and just got drunk.
Yeah,
that's the problem with LA too. Is like we'll avoid traffic. If I have to think about traffic to go somewhere, I'm not gonna do it.
Well, then that's what people will say, like, oh, LA people are such flakes, and that's kind of I mean, it's not it's a pretty like it's a stereotype that's in like
it's debatable.
Part of it is true.
Yeah, it's debatable.
True, but it's like to get from one part of the city to the other part of the city requires such a commitment.
Yes.
It's like that's
5 miles is 45 minutes.
Dude,
hour and a half.
Yeah. 2 miles today took me 30 minutes. I was ready to punch something, man. I was mad. I was angry, and I didn't get to meet up with you guys beforehand.
Yeah,
which,
you missed the
anyways,
fun.
Anything else? Any last final hot takes? Any
hot
dark
takes.
horses?
Yes, I have something
Bridge
for
got a
you
hot
guys.
take. Okay.
I'm curious to know your thoughts on this because I was thinking about it today and I'm like, okay, wait, Portugal's playing, Argentina's playing. I swear at some point I heard Messi say the last World Cup was going to be his last World Cup. Then he came to MLS. Now he's here and then he's about to play in this World Cup again. Do we think that this is going to be the World Cup to identify who's the greatest of all time?
It's already
It's determined. But my thing is, I feel like...
Is that because Messi already won a World Cup?
No. I just think Messi's just overall great player. But I do feel like this World Cup, just looking at the group stages, like if I feel like I read it correct, in a knockout round, might be like following after group stage knockout round, Argentina might
line up with
Portugal. That's what I'm saying.
So I think that Messi could have the worst tournament of his entire life.
And still be.
He could have 0 goals. He could have 5 own goals. He could go
And
out
win
there and
MLS
lay an egg. And Cristiano Ronaldo could lead his team to a World Cup final and win it. And Messi would to me it's already determined.
Okay.
For Ronaldo, he said he doesn't even care about winning a World Cup anymore because he doesn't he wants this to not be a part of the discussion.
Yeah.
Right? He thinks that it's like, I don't really care about the World Cup.
He's like
I've won
cool
so much.
role.
I've won so much. What's a World Cup for me?
Yeah.
I come from this tiny nation, Portugal, which is not used to winning. It's like, bro,
and
come
Argentina
on.
has won it 4
Yeah,
times.
it's like, come on, man. Like he was downplaying it so much
Yeah,
because he wanted to play it off as like I don't really care. And he is good enough to where it works like that for him. He can say whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's ever scored a knockout round goal at a World Cup. Hasn't really had he's not been like a crazy good performer at the World Cup. I think he had a hat trick in the 2018.
Yeah,
World
and he's
Cup
always
against Spain.
pissed off and
I really don't think that there's anything that he could do it's one tournament to overcome Messi, short of a miracle. And I don't know if he has that.
If he wins the World Cup, it's going to be way more debatable though. But I just don't see that. Oh, I know Nuno Mendes is pretty good.
Yeah, but if he doesn't,
Portugal's got a good team. Portugal's a very good team.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. I don't think.
It's Nuno Mendes, by the way.
Fala portugués. Azelazao. But I do think I don't care who wins it. I just want to see them in a knockout. Like FIFA rigged this. I want to see a
Messi, Ronaldo. I'm done with that, man. I'm so over the
kids are not.
The kids are not.
Hey,
You gotta
listen,
do it for the kids.
if Ronaldo doesn't care, why is he in places that he
does
doesn't care
bro.
about?
He is literally.
Why is he in places that he doesn't belong? Why are you in there with the people that are weirdos? Like, stop being a weirdo and then bring your wife along. She doesn't know.
He cares very much.
Pisses me off.
And he says
clearly because he's showing up to these spaces that revolve.
Yeah,
I mean, what are you like? You don't care, but yet you're showing up to the table.
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense.
Yeah. No, but I do think it really doesn't matter no more. But for the soccer fan, we gotta make this happen for the soccer fan. Like a Messi, Ronaldo, knockout stage. It don't matter.
It's gonna be like Mayweather and Pacquiao when they fought and they're both past their primes.
So
and it was just a
what?
disappointment.
I'm past my prime.
I don't think there ever will be a concrete answer, to be honest.
Not at all.
I would hope that this would bring something, maybe not. But I think this is the World Cup this is going to be the last World Cup where we get to see this again.
As my ex told me, it's for closure.
I think there is a concrete answer between the debate.
Right.
But the Ronaldo fans are so dedicated to him that they'll never. It's like the Kobe versus LeBron debate. Like that debate is so over. But the Kobe fans are so attached to this idea that he's better than LeBron that they'll never let go of it. And he's my favorite player ever. Come on, man, wake up.
It doesn't seem like he argues against him every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just logic, you know. But.
Yeah. So, what kind of music you guys like hearing? Because everything bringing this conversation pisses me off. Because you're
a Kobe fanboy. I'm a Kobe fan.
Put me in there.
You're a fanboy.
Fanboy. Yeah, I'm in there.
All right. Anything else before you wrap things up?
No.
Kobe's the greatest player ever.
I've been on my Olivia Dean vibe.
Bro,
dude.
That's,
first of all, Wale is killing it right now. I played his album back to back.
She's coming out in July.
I know. I wanted to get tickets.
Let's go.
right,
Urban
let's do it.
Pitch.
Let's
Urban
do it.
Pitch outing.
Vibe out.
She's a vibe.
Yeah,
I couldn't
for
name
sure.
any of her songs, but I know which ones they were.
Yeah.
So then I was
But
more.
she's on her era.
I was more intentional once we talked about it after, because I was like, you got to give credit. She's
Five-
dope. Isn't she also
She's British.
Filipino?
Oh,
and,
yeah, I think so. I think
Right?
she has some
Half
I think
Filipino?
so. Yeah.
I don't know.
At this
She's
point,
cool.
Ramsey's
You gotta
Hispanic.
you gotta listen to her.
Yeah. No, he's.
I just got into Dua Lipa, like
Okay,
It's
next
not even-
next
it's not comparable
next
to Dua
pod.
Lipa.
We have to talk about our playlist. Did you guys
Okay.
get your recaps?
I did.
Of
Oh.
the
Yeah,
year.
we'll do that. We'll
Are
do
you
that
on
next week.
Spotify or Apple?
I'm on Apple.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
You?
I have both.
Spotify.
Oh, period. Let's do
both.
Apple because I
Okay.
don't have Spotify.
I gotta get your lives
Because
together.
Spotify, we're not gonna say it, but
Okay. All right. This has been another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, the beautiful game of life, part of the Believe Network. Keep it tapped in. We still got more stuff coming up for the rest of the year. It's coming down to an end. We got big things coming, events. Keep it tapped in. We'll keep you updated on all that. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all that. But yeah, we'll be here. We'll continue putting stuff out, and the goal is to be in Mexico City
World
June
Cup.
7th. Is that the date? Or 17th?
11th.
Yeah.
Either CDMX or Monterrey. I don't care.
Ooh, yeah.
or
yeah,
Guadalajara. Any of the three, we in there.
we'll be there. All right. For Julio Monterosa, Bridget Flores, I'm Ramsey Abushala. We'll see you next week.